y'all, what's going on? It's Pocahontas. Welcome back to my channel. Joseline's Cabaret, New York, new episode. We finna talk about that. So the girls in the house, they done finally caught wind of Joseline and Big Lex big old brawl. So they hip on that now. So they kind of just talking about that. Where would say that she see why Joseline called Lucky a traitor because after the fight, Lucky was all on live, just talking about how Big Lex is her best friend, and she on Big Lex side. And they was also saying Daisy was kind of talking a little shit too. Spin was basically just talking about how she feel like Big Lex bit the hand that fed her. I just feel like Spin should shut the fuck up. You don't even know what's going on. You just trying to take Joseline's side because you were part of the cabaret. You in the cabaret. You know what I'm saying? You just shouldn't even be trying to put your 2 cents in. You new to this season. You don't know about the beef that they had going on. So, which everybody is entitled to their opinion, but I just feel like Spin should have just shut the fuck up. The other group of girls, Bald Head, Small Head, Holiday in Egypt, they discussing the Big Lex brawl. They also revealed that Abby left. And Bald Head, Small Head said she felt like Abby left because it was like a kind of a culture shock for her being around all them niggas and they just clowning like that. Abby did a confessional and she said she left because one of her family members was in a tragic accident. I feel like it was just too much for Abby. Like if you pay attention to her and all the episodes that she was in, she kind of was just looking like it was a lot for her to deal with. Like it was a lot. I feel like it was just too much for her. But so now the whole house kind of just talking about the same shit. How they talking about how Lucky is a traitor. They're talking about how Lucky loyalty is with Big Lex and not with Joseline. So now the whole house then flipped on Lucky. Now they want Lucky out. And at this point, I'm feeling like, damn, is y'all gonna try to jump Lucky or something? Because you can't trust nothing when it comes to the cabaret. When people trying to prove their loyalty to Joseline, they will go to any fucking length. So while that's going on, Daisy outside with Lucky. And Lucky just let Daisy know, like, that she finna go home. And me personally, I felt like that was the best decision that Lucky could make. Because if Lucky had stayed in that house, Joseline would have beat her ass, or Joseline would have had the rest of them girls jump her and put her out the house. So it's best to just get the fuck out now while you still got your dignity. But I just ain't like how Lucky tried to make it seem like she was leaving because she didn't like how Joseline was treating her. Girl, you been knew how Joseline was treating you. Joseline been treating you bad. You was begging to be a part of the cabaret. You was buying Joseline gifts. You kept popping up, begging to be in the house. Now all of a sudden you trying to say that's your reason for leaving. Girl, just be honest and say you leaving because she fought Big Lex. I respect you more versus you now you got a problem with how she was treating you. She been treating you like this. So that was just bullshit. I ain't like how she tried to say that. I feel like Lucky is a good friend for taking Big Lex side instead of being up Joseline's ass like she was before. But then at the same time, I feel like Lucky just full of shit. Because what was all of that for? You knew who Joseline was from the get-go. And you was still begging to be on her show, popping up everywhere. You calling the other girls pick-me's. You a pick-me too. You are just as bad as them other girls, Lucky. Lucky just full of shit. She a good friend, but she full of shit. So Lucky left. She got in the van and she gone. Daisy go back in the house and she let the other girls know that Lucky left. And the girls, they wasn't surprised. They wasn't surprised at all. And they was actually happy that Lucky removed herself from the house. And I'm really glad that she did it when she did it, because the way them bitches was talking, them bitches would have jumped Lucky with no problem. I just felt like all this shit was just pointless, because it's like when you was begging to be on the cabaret, you knew Big Lex and Joseline had beef. You knew this. If Big Lex, your so-called best friend, you should have known they had beef. This shit was just weird. But the whole house, they on Joseline's side. They saying that Big Lex deserved what the fuck she got and shit like that. They all on Joseline's side. So Lucky made the right decision. So Ballistic, he gonna pick Joseline up from jail, y'all. Because Joseline done got locked up for hitting the police officers and just on a coke rage that whole night. Her ass was acting like she was in there for a couple days, a couple months, a couple years. But I get it though. Like, you don't gotta be in jail for too long for you to feel the effects. You don't gotta be in jail for too long to understand that that shit is not fun. So, you know, Ballistic picking her up and they just, her and Melissa, they hugging and just acting like they ain't seen Joseline in years. The other 4 girls that was in Miami, they make it back to the house. Miss Natural, Yummy, Drea, and Danny. The house welcomed them with open arms, and they just filled them in on how Abby left and how Lucky left. And they was kind of asking the girls, like, how was it in Miami? How was it going? And Yummy jumped up and was basically letting the whole house know that Miss Natural was terrorizing them. Damn near on the way there, damn near the whole time they was there. Like, Miss Natural was terrorizing them. And that pissed Miss Natural off. Miss Natural say that she wasn't doing all that. And I'm like, now Miss Natural, you know damn well you was snapping on them girls on the plane. And you was acting the ass when y'all was rehearsing. You know you was terrorizing them girls. So then Miss Natural and Danny getting into it. I'm guessing, you know, because Joseline told them she didn't want them fighting in Miami. So they had some built up animosity against each other that they finally letting out now that they at the house. They getting into it. I'm honestly shocked that Danny and Miss Natural didn't fight. I'm surprised. I thought a fight was going up. But Miss Natural basically just say like the fight with Big Lex and them traumatized her. She was getting trampled over, all types of shit. So Miss Natural started crying and she saying how she not here to fight, she not here to beef. She just there to dance. She getting real upset. She slamming on the motherfucking table because she trying to talk and she keep getting interrupted. And Yummy came out and she basically was just saying that Miss Natural was full of shit. She don't believe Natural didn't come here to fight. She believed Natural came here to start problems. I feel like Yummy was just trying to antagonize Miss Natural for whatever reason. You can clearly tell that Miss Natural didn't come here to fight because she would have been fought, especially now that y'all back at the house. She would have been popped off on Danny if she was there to fight. I do believe Miss Natural wasn't there to fight. I just believe that she can't control her anger. She need to work on that a little bit more. I feel like Yummy was just trying to get under Miss Natural's skin. So Joseline, she back at home with her mugshot on her shirt. She's sporting the mugshot. This lady don't give a fuck about nothing. And she said that she got the 4 girls that performed with her in Miami some little perfumes. Just some little quick gifts for their performance that they did. The girls go to the studio. They rehearsing with Ricardo, trying to get ready. They trying to be picked for the next spot, for the next cabaret show. Danny leg broke, so they trying to find Danny replacement. First, they put Spin up there to see what she could do. I guess Spin wasn't doing her thing like that because she got replaced almost instantly. Joseline all of a sudden pop up at the studio while the girls rehearsing, doing their thing, and they let Joseline know how Abby left and how Lucky left. Joseline was really shocked and upset that Abby left because she was really trying to give her a shot being like the first transgender in the cabaret. But she was happy Lucky left. So she go and give her gifts to the 4 girls that performed. They was real grateful. And that was nice of Joseline. That was real nice of Joseline. You can tell Joseline loved, she was feeling the performance. She wanted to give gifts out. And then after the performance, that was the happiest I've seen Joseline in a minute. So they finished up rehearsing with Joseline. Egypt got called out because she was, you know, saying little shit. So they called her out like, okay, why don't you get up here and let's see what you could do. So she got up there and she did her shit. She did good. I'm telling y'all, the cabaret dance is so fucking easy. I could do that shit in my sleep. But Egypt did a good job and she about earned her spot on the cabaret just that fast. Joseline gave all the girls a chance to get on the floor and show what they got. And, you know, we gonna see who she ended up adding and removing for the cabaret. But that was pretty much it. That was pretty much all of the episode and what happened. Make sure y'all like my videos, subscribe to my channel, show me some love. And I'll see y'all next week.